All right, hello guys, it's the Gun Junkie here, and today I want to talk about a specific gun that brings up so much controversy and so much debate. But before we start the video, guys, please, if you guys like my videos, hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment down below if you want to have some discussions. But, this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing, unbiased videos. I don't follow a particular company. So again, I don't follow SIG, I don't follow Taurus, I don't follow anyone. I don't buy just that collection of guns. I buy guns that I think are good. I try them out and then I do a review on them. I give them a few thousand shots and then I come here and I do reviews. I really don't like doing unboxings because there's many out there. I kind of just go with the guns I have, I shoot them out, and then if I like them, I do a review on them. So, I'm going to have some time and some experience with these guns before I kind of throw things out there with you guys. But today, the gun I'm going to talk about is the Glock 19 Gen 5. And again, this gun brings so much debate, especially Glock. And I'll be explaining a little bit why. I'm going to be explaining my situations with these guns, my personal review on it, and my thoughts, all that stuff. It's going to be all mine. And hopefully you agree. If you don't, then I'm sorry. But, these are just my thoughts and processes of my experiences with the gun. Now, before we start, guys, just to let you know, I have no bullets around. Nothing is loaded. Every time I do a video, I'm around people, cleaning my guns, anything, there's no bullets around. They're in another room. I do have some loaded magazines and guns in the respective areas because, again, I have a home defense system gun. And I have my everyday carry gun, stuff like that, but different story. This gun isn't loaded, by the way. So let's start off with the Glock 19 5th generation. Now, this one is the one that doesn't have the little moon here that people have been getting annoyed by. It's the updated version. So let's start off with the gun. What do I think about this gun, and why do a lot of people hate Glock? Now, the reason people hate Glock is because Glock doesn't really change much. Okay, Glock is kind of very similar. Years after years, it's been a very similar gun. It's pretty much blocky, basic, and they haven't really updated much. They changed, little flares. They changed all these little things and call it a new generation, and people are like, this is kind of dumb. I'm tired of it. There's different competition out there, like the Canic that I did a review on last week. That I was using as my everyday carry, and I kind of explained why I like that gun. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. But I've explained why the Canic is a good gun, and why they're competing now with Glocks and overpricing them and stuff like that, right? But at the end, I want to talk about what I think about Glock. I really, really like Glock. I don't like it as a company itself. I like the guns itself. Okay, I review guns. I don't like a company, like I said. I shoot the gun and I give you my recommendations on it. And Glock has been really, really solid. They're well-built guns. It's a little on the heavier side, but they're well-built guns. Okay? And as much as you want to hate it, you just can't. They're really good guns. If you're a new beginner, this is a really good gun to start with. Glock 19. You can modify it like crazy if you want to, but for me, I've had it stock. Why? Because it's just a well-built gun stock. Okay? And I've completely had no issues with shooting all different kinds of bullets here. Nothing, no issues so far yet. So I've gone over like 1,100 rounds and no issues so far. This gun has been solid. Like I said, it's well-built. It's been sturdy. Minimal recoil. Trigger can seem a little heavy, but once you start shooting it, you feel it, loosen up, and it just feels good. Okay. One of the issues I do have is when you kind of grip it, and everybody's had this issue, is when you kind of aim, because of the way that it's gripped, it kind of aims a little lower. So you kind of have to get used to that, and it's not a big deal. You'll adjust to it and you'll get used to it, and you'll be pretty accurate with this if you train well enough with it. And people have told me, do you recommend a Glock as a beginner gun? I really do. These are very solid guns that are going to last you a long time. Not every one of them is perfect, but, they're close enough to perfect, I could say, in my opinion. They're just, again, solidly made. If you're a beginner, it's good to have because it's going to last you as long as you clean it and take care of it. It's going to last you well, like others. It comes with 3 magazines, which is really cool. I like that. It comes with the flared mag, which is, it just makes it easier to kind of load up your gun. One thing that I do see different between the Canik and the Glock, in my opinion, which I would prefer this one, is the slide. It's slider. It's easier to kind of, cock your gun. And the Canik is kind of heavy. So this one is an overall better gun for male, female, just different kind of people. Canik is a very specific, group of people that you kind of approach for. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like a little more advanced in a way. You get me? But this one, it just clocks easily. It's an easy pull down. It's just an easy gun to kind of control and manage, especially when you're shooting it out in the range. Once you kind of get used to it, the recoil is minimal, where you can be more accurate. And it's just, again, it feels good in the hand. It is more blocky. It is a little bit bigger, but it feels great in the hand when you're shooting it. For me, I live in an open carry state, so I am using this one currently as my everyday carry. And I still hide it pretty well, but, you can see it a little more because it is a little bit bigger. Again, I don't mind. At the end, my safety is what matters. This is a perfect home defense gun. I do currently use another one, but this is a really great home defense gun. Again, it's pretty well and accurate. And that's one of the reasons that it's a good defense gun, because the way it's kind of built, it's helped for those situations. I'm trying to break it down in easy ways to explain it, but it's built in a better way for you to control this gun and manage this gun. So whenever you're in a situation, this will be good to help you save your life if it gets to that point. But again, guys, this is so many things that, so many people have so many issues with this gun, and it's like I said, they hate that. Oh, they added the floor mount well and blah blah blah. They added this and this, and they only added little details that create a new generation. So it's the same gun, just little details changed. And at the end, you don't really have to change much for what's already working. You get me? And same thing that happened with like Steve Jobs. He said it one day that I actually liked. Why try to fix something that's already good? You get me? So he did the same thing with the iPhones. Why do you think the iPhones don't really change year by year? I don't have an iPhone, by the way, but iPhones don't change. They're very similar year after year after year because they kind of follow that Steve Jobs mentality of if it's working, why change it? You get me? Same thing. Glock is following kind of that same model. Why change something that's working? You get me? And they're constantly being consistent guns. If we have kind of like guns like, SIG are throwing out there. I love SIGs, by the way, but there are some guns where they're like, okay, we're going to come up with this new gun, a new everything. And then once it goes through a few thousand rounds or a few hundred rounds, you start seeing problems with it. Why? Because it's a brand new gun and stuff like that. The P322, it's having issues with, taking in bullets, stuff like that. And again, it's a completely new gun. And that's what Glock is kind of trying to avoid. They're trying to make a constantly consistent gun that's constantly going to be good. And for me, the way I see it, I see guns as the defense. I do love shooting and I do use it as a hobby, but at the end, this is what's protecting me and my family. Okay? This is between life and death for me. So when I'm carrying this, if it jams up, if there's something wrong with this can cost me my life. So for me, that's why I'm kind of going for a gun like Glock. Glock is a company so far that I've seen that's been as reliable as possible, that if I'm ever in a situation that I hope I'm never in, I know that this is not going to give me any issues and it'll do the job when it has to. And that's what I'm looking for in a gun, especially on an everyday carry gun. That's the way I see things. Again, people see things differently. People that do reviews out there on YouTube, I freaking love them. But they don't think about the everyday carry situation. They're like, this gun shoots this much, this has this many rounds. For me, again, this gun has 15 rounds, but it only takes one to kill someone, okay? And if you hit them in the right spot, it takes one to kill someone. So you need this gun to be as effective as possible because you want that one round or two to de-escalate the situation you're going to be in. And that's the way you kind of need to see things if you're using a gun as a defense tool. Because guns can take a life quickly if you know how to use it properly. And again, it's a defense situation where hopefully you're never in, but Glock has always been a company that's been reliable, has made a consistent gun, hasn't made many changes to his guns where it's gonna, create problems. If you're ever in a bad situation, hey, it's not gonna jam, it's not gonna, create problems for you in that situation. It's just gonna be a solid gun that looks very basic and boring, but it's gonna do the job. It's gonna have good quality, it's gonna have a good stability, so you can de-escalate whatever your situation you're in. And like I said, it's not a cheap gun, okay? I paid about $600 for it total. But again, I don't mean like it's a cheap gun. It's not a cheaply made gun. It's a well-made gun that will last you for a while. If you're using it as a defense tool, guys, you guys got to take it out to the range. Guys or girls, take it out to the range. Shoot thousands of rounds, because if you're going to trust your life with this, you got to know how to use it, okay? You guys got to know how to use the gun that you're going to use as your everyday carry. Got to be strong and good with it. And yeah, I mean, for me, I have, carried guns for many years. I've loved multiple different kinds of guns, but at the end, the Glock 19 is one of my solid ones. Again, it has its issues, it has its things, but at the end, for me, it's one of the most reliable guns that I would trust my life with. And it's a gun that I always keep coming back to. Again, it has all these issues, of course, visual issues, you can say. They're not really big issues. They're just issues where, they want it to be better built, more customized, kind of like the Shadow System. Shadow Systems are pretty good guns, but again, they have their issues. Shadow System guns are pretty much a modified Glock, and people want more of that from Glock. But Glock isn't giving it to them. They're kind of staying solid, and they're still selling, so they're still one of the most best-selling guns. If you try to find Glocks anywhere, they're hard to find. So yeah, guys, this is all I need to tell you. Like, they're hard to find because they're still selling. And they're selling like crazy because they're reliable guns. And as much as you want to hate on them, with people, same thing. As much as you want to hate on an iPhone, they're reliable guns, reliable phones. They're very basic. They do the job. They do the job well. iPhones have some of the best cameras. They just keep improving the camera every year. Glock keeps improving their hardware every year, and it's just getting better and better and better. You can't see it, but it's there. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about the Glock. Again, I'm probably going to have disapprovals from people, but again, I'm here to discuss it. I mean, we're a community here that loves guns, and we're here to discuss these things. We're here to support each other because we all fall in the same group. And yeah, I mean, if you're not a member of the USCCA, then I would say check it out, guys. If you carry guns, if you have guns at home, it's good to follow them. It's good to be a member of that, because if you're ever in a bad situation, you'll have some type of defense. So I recommend that, guys. But that's all I want to talk about, guys. If you guys like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'm just starting off with my second video. I'm going to do a third video next week. Then I'm going to eventually try getting into the range, shooting some guns, and explain to you guys certain things. I'm going to explain different kinds of things in these videos, kind of especially for new gun owners or for beginners, because I don't see a lot of videos like that explain things clearly. They explain things where I feel like it's complicated and people won't understand, because I've actually seen those videos when I started. learning about guns, and I was like, okay, these are all words I don't understand. So I'm gonna break down all that, make it easier, and be doing some gun videos out there, talking about guns. This is all about being a gun junkie, right? So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.